Rob's Arcade, Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Well, hello everybody out there. Welcome back to Rob's Arcade. I'm your host, as always, Mr. Rob French, and it is time for another installment of the Midweek Breakdown. I want to give a special shout out to all of my cadets out there, my subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead, subscribe now. What are you waiting for? Tons of cool videos coming out all the time. More fun stuff coming out this month of October. And if you are a subscriber, then you know what the Midweek Breakdown is all about. If you're not, let me explain. I like to hang out with you guys a couple of times a week, catch up with you on Monday, see how your weekend was, talk about the week coming up. And then I like to touch base with you guys again on Wednesday, get you through that midweek hump, if you will. See if there's anything cool going on with you guys. Please don't hesitate to hit the comment section. I don't get enough comments. In fact, I get far too none. So please hit that comment section. Let me know what you guys are up to. Love to hear from you. It's like the last few days of October. Hopefully you guys are watching tons of cool, scary movies, getting in the spirit, getting ready for some Halloween candy. I don't know if you guys are dressing up. Do you have like a costume or anything ready? That would be kind of cool. I'd like to hear from you if you have any like costume ideas you're planning on doing. I think I might do something simple like just jump into my Ghostbusters costume, if you will. Maybe hit Walmart, kind of bulk it up with some cool pads and some belts and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do my Ghostbuster outfit this year for Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, I'm still kind of reeling from this weekend. Had a great time at Spooky Empire. If you haven't checked out the Monday show, I highly recommend doing it. There's some cool stories about this past weekend, hanging out at the HorrorCon Spooky Empire, actually meeting Mr. Robert England. And then of course, I've got some cool video I just uploaded yesterday. My wife and I celebrated our 3-year anniversary, and I kind of wanted to like upload some like, we're still having fun, we're still having a great time. You know, we haven't hit that like mark where we're, you know, trying to kick each other out of the house just quite yet. So I shared some of that with you guys. If you haven't watched any of those, I highly recommend. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm still kind of on cloud nine, like meeting Sheryl Lynn Finn. She's like an iconic female actress from, of course, Gilmore Girls. My wife knows her, Tales from the Crypt. And I think my mom and I like started watching her in her breakout role on Twin Peaks back in the day. So it was really cool meeting her. Big fan of Impractical Jokers, so that was really fun meeting James Murray. And then, God, like I said, Freddy Krueger, he's like such an icon. You know, part of the reason, you know, I am who I am today. So it was just really cool meeting all those people. I'm still kind of reeling in all of that. So far, I've been having just a really fun, a really good week, and I hope you guys have been too. It's Wednesday, of course. It is, you know, time for new comic books. We will definitely get into that. But I've also got for you guys, I woke up this morning to the new trailer for Cowboy Bebop, which looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I thought it was a new movie, but apparently this is going to be a weekly, I can't say the S word because if I say, my phone is going to think I'm saying her name, so I can't say that S word. But it looks like it's going to be not a movie, but a S word on Netflix, which is so stupid that I have to do this way. But it looks really cool. So hang out. When I go get some new comic books, I'm going to show you my reaction to this new Netflix series. That is going to be really, really, really fun. It looks really good, and typically I'm not one of those, like, you know, Disney's been doing a lot of, like, you know, taking their cartoons and making them live action, which we all know, Cowboy Bebop from the amazing anime that you can also watch on, I think, Netflix. But this is again like one of those like just like live action adaptations. Speed Racer did one. It's kind of like, why are you doing this? this actually looks really good. Like, I'm really pleased with it. I'm really happy. Like, this is something I'm kind of excited about. It looks like it's like November 19th, I think is the date coming out for this. So that should be really cool. And then, yeah, other than that, it's just new comic book day. As I mentioned, I like to go to the comic book club for comic books, and they do a great job with their own YouTube on YouTube. And I love watching it. They show you what's coming out every week, whether it be magazines, variant covers. And this week's episode was really, really interesting because they did a great breakdown of what it's like being kind of like a small mom and pop shop, having to deal with some of the political stuff going on. I'm not talking about like, even he said like Democrat, whatever. It's all about like really like how the pandemic affects everybody. And there's like distribution with paper and just distribution in general. And people have a hard time like adapting and dealing with a lot of these things. And today's episode on the comic books and the Comics Incorporated was just really great. I mean, just really great information. Just a lot of fun kind of seeing like the inside. I highly recommend like they do more stuff like that, kind of like talking about what it's like having to deal with some of these things, because it's, as big companies, you have insurance and you kind of have like backups and things to deal with the deal. But I keep saying, what's the deal, man? You want some hamburgers, bro? But you have insurance and things to help deal with some of these like forks in the road, some of these things you have to deal with. But small mom and pop shops don't always have that luxury, and they gotta fight tooth and nail. But today was a great episode on, like I said, just kind of like I said, like just distribution on like resources like paper, distribution in general, and then also just like one of those things in the comic book world where we have this crazy influx of like variant covers for no absolute reason, and weird spin-offs and miniseries, which, amen, brother, God, you hit the nail right on the head. And I recommend watching them and then watching me just to kind of see what's out every week and then seeing what I picked up. But this episode was really great. I hope they do more like this one. It was really fun. And I recommend watching that and then coming back and checking out what I picked up from the comic shop. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit there now. I'm gonna go ahead and play this great Cowboy Bebop trailer reaction. Now, it's not the trailer. You're not gonna see the trailer, but you will see my reaction to it, which just looks really good. And then I'll talk a little bit about that when I come back, as well as show you what I picked up from the comic store. So yeah, guys, be right back. Don't go anywhere.
So what brings you back from the dead? A week ago, I did a job. A bounty. I had a partner, believe it or not. He know what you used to be? Will I ever see you again? They tried to kill me, Anna. If you need to find me, I go by Spike Spiegel these days. In this solar system, if the cops and the bounty hunters don't get you, the syndicate will. There's no happy ending here.
Spoken like a man who's never been in love.
I was.
What happened?
I was dreaming.
What do you say, fellas? You want to team up? I was thinking a 60-40 split. Going my way, of course.
Do not shoot her.
Please?
No.
What the actual fuck?
We're a team. The three of us. Go grab some bounties.
Please, I just want to kill him a little bit.
God damn it, Spike. It's Jane.
guys.
Or bad guys. Depends on who you ask.
Hello. All right, we're back. Welcome back. Yes, so got some comics here. Another issue of Spider-Man. Jesus, we get it. Stop it with the Spider-Man every freaking week with the Spider-Man. Give me a break. Amazing Spider-Man every week. I can't deal anymore. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. It's like there's a meteor coming for Earth, and the only one who knows this is the writer for Spider-Man. So I got to get every issue out. So hopefully you enjoyed my reaction to Cowboy Bebop. If you haven't seen the trailer for yourself, please check it out. It looks really awesome. And although I'm not like a big fan of, like I said, taking anime or animation and making it live action, there have been some really good results from that. Disney is like pumping them out left and right. I just can't wait until Rescue Rangers, the live action series, hits. Oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to say that word. Did it pick it up? I didn't. Oh wow, don't say the S word while you got the phones in your head buds. But this actually looks like a really great Netflix S word, and a great cast and a great attention to detail. I'll put down some notes because I didn't really want to mess any of this up, believe it or not. So of course we have John Cho as Spike. Love him. Harold and Kumar, and of course more from his action side in the Star Trek, which was one of those things I loved about John. Was he was such a great comedic actor, really funny, really great, straight guy, and just like, just played it so well. Great, just delivery, like his dry wit, all of it, absolutely beautiful. But then you throw him into those action films like Star Trek, and you kind of see like a whole different side of this actor. And I really love the fact that he is playing Spike in the live action version of Cowboy Bebop. I think he's got not just the physical embodiment of that character, but I think he's really going to capture that dry humor, just that wit about it. Just, I don't know. I think that's perfect casting. Backing up Spike, we have as Black, Jet Black, excuse me, Mustafa Shakur, or as my English teacher back in the 8th grade would have called him Mustafa Shakur. Mustard Shakur. Mr. Mustafa Shakir is, like I said, playing Jet Black. He looks like he's doing a great job. And this is like a whole new cast as far as, like, it looks very fresh. Aside from John Cho, this doesn't look like a whole lot of faces that I recognize, but they look like some really great up-and-coming actors. Playing Valentine, we have, this is like the cast of really hard to pronounce the last names. Daniela Pinetra. It's hard. It's really, but anyway, looks like a great cast. And then a couple of directors, Michael Cattleman and Alex Lopez, are taking up the director spot. It looks really great. It looks like one of those series, that paid great attention to the original works, perhaps not just the animated episodes, but also the manga that was behind all of this as well. And it looks like a really fun S word to follow if you're into anime and all of that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens. Definitely looks better than the whole like Death Note and Ghost in the Shell adaptations that I have seen lately. So at any rate, we were back with our comic books. Let's go ahead and jump into this little bag here. So we picked up a good week, actually, really good week. I'm gonna have to make sure I hide. God, I love how it's always like tied up. The little package, it's so beautiful. Definitely gonna hide. Definitely gonna hide the receipt. for this week. Like last week I got in trouble. This week's a little bit heavier, so you gotta be careful. But it's a good week, really good week. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of separate some of these right now. And of course, the one thing I like about the comic book club is not only do they do a great job at keeping their customers happy, but they also do a great job at saving you money. Because if you come in, you get a little punch card that'll help you save some cash here and there. And I remember buying, I separate some of these guys a little bit here, a lot of comics back home, and it could get a little pricey. So the fact they save you money, the fact they look out for you, I highly recommend. If you're ever in the area, checking out the Comic Book Club Incorporated. So let's go ahead and check out what I picked up from them today, because like I said, Wednesday is really all about the comic books. So going into one of the ongoing series, I keep saying, like, it's so weird. Earlier it picked it up like, that's so stupid anyway. Okay, well I guess I can say it if it doesn't matter. Anyway, so here we have Red Sonja. Now I've only been getting just the single covers. There's a lot of variants out there, and if you go and check out the Comic Club Incorporated episode, they talk about saving paper and how it'd be great just to stop all these crazy variants. Like I think this issue here of Ant #1, which if I'm not mistaken was on hiatus for a little while, and now it's back. Eric Larson apparently maybe got the rights back to this, from what I understand. But there was like a ton of variant covers, and I'm sure it'll be the same for next month. And it's like, yeah, if you want to save paper, stop doing all these crazy variants. Like I just pick one. I was always so awful about grabbing multiple. I don't think I've grabbed this guy just yet, so we're gonna pick up the Defenders. We've been into Marvel. But yeah, I pick up a lot of variants. I was so guilty of that. I don't know why. It's the same book inside, but you get some really cool covers. Some you don't want to touch, you don't want to read. You want to pick up one to read, one not to read, blah, 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 blah. But I feel like, yeah, if you have one issue, just pick it up, just read it. That's your one. Either you trade it with your friends, you pass it around, or you keep it like it's the greatest thing ever. This is Sandman here. This is the, if you've been following some of my other midweek breakdowns, this is something really cool Marvel's been doing. A couple of weeks ago, I revealed they did this for, I think, one of the other Spider-Man issues, and they've been doing it for other titles as well, where they're showing the Marvel Masterpiece card artwork that actually I have. So if you go back and check out some of the other videos, you can see the actual trading cards. This is Wolverine, same thing here. This was Amazing Spider-Man 77 here. And then Wolverine 17, we have the similar Sabretooth and Wolverine card, very beautiful. I don't know that this was actually in the original set. I don't remember this, but very cool nonetheless. And you know, aside from, again, go back and watch the Comics Incorporated video, aside from just these crazy variants that we keep getting, there's a lot of like just tie-ins, crossovers, like just different like semi little mini titles that kind of like just filler stories, if you will. Right now they've got a vampire DC story. I think I'm just gonna wait for the whole like compilation book to come out and just read it all at once. But yeah, the War of the Bounty Hunters I thought was over, but we have IG-88. Love this cover. Again, ton of variants, but I just grabbed the one. Not gonna be greedy. And then Darth Vader, again, still going. Like, how many more books do we have? Let's take a look. Maybe they've got a checklist here in the back. lot of times they will do this here. In fact, you know what? I don't know. Maybe this is just like the aftermath, dealing with a lot of that, you know? I feel like that story's over, because, you know, no spoilers, but Boba does get Han to Jabba, so still kind of milking that cow maybe a little bit. All right, let's move into DC. Something I didn't pick up last week, but I had to grab this week was Joker number 8. At least I don't think I grabbed it. A bunch of titles I haven't read. That's something I like to talk about with you guys, is how many titles I rate, or how many titles I read throughout the week. And I didn't get into a whole lot of titles this past week. I don't know, kind of busy with the con and just running around. Had to go back. You know, I was there Saturday, had to go back Sunday, so I didn't really have a whole lot of time to just kind of kick back and just read some comics in bed while hanging out with my wife or whatever. So I don't think I grabbed this one. I very well could have. I don't remember. I don't think I did. Please tell me if I did already in the comment section down below, if I'm already stupid. In the Bat Fam with the Joker, we've also got Detective Comics, which looks like the little parasite guy is not quite done just yet. Really cool villain. Love that a whole lot. Another series. Whew. Okay, I thought it was done. Robin, but here we go. Continuing on with that. And then speaking of, we've also got another Fortnite crossover with Batman going on. Picked up this cover as well as this one. One from my buddy Anthony. I'll go ahead and text him here in a little bit, see which one he wants. One for me, one for him. Gotta look out for my pals. This is like the glossy hardcover. A little bit more of the flimsy cover there. And then because it is Halloween, we've got the Jeff Loeb Tim Sale one-shot Batman, The Long Halloween. Beautiful, beautiful little cover there. All the back art as well. Tell me what you guys think. What was your favorite cover, your favorite issue? Is there any comic books out there that you want to see more of that I don't collect? You know, what's your favorite character? Do you like Daredevil or Elektra or Black Widow or, I don't know, Superman? What's going on with you guys? Let me know. Tell me down below, comment. Don't forget to hit the like button or the dislike button. Again, if you're not a subscriber, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button. Come back all the time. We've got some fun stuff coming up for Halloween. We've got a horror movie coming up for you guys. You don't want to miss that. And once we start rolling into the holidays, I'm going to have some really fun kind of like family connecting kind of oriented videos. So I don't think you want to miss any of that stuff. This whole month has all been about like scary stuff, revenge of, the death of, the rise of, the return of, the haunting of. We're gonna mellow out a little bit as we head out of October, running into November, and you don't want to miss any of it. So please subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, hit the share button. Let's get some more folks in here. And of course, guys, this is never goodbye. Simply to be continued. Until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else. And thank you so much for hanging out now. Until next time, cheers. If you're not a subscriber, please do it right now. Don't waste any time. We got tons of cool videos coming up. Still hanging. Oh, that was so bad.